Where the T, where the S, put it together, BTS, ooh, BTS.
2, 1. Hey, this is the BTS, and I'm finally here with my boy, my best friend, Kaleb Radke. As you know, we go by the what? Reese's Puffs? I don't think I heard that.
I said the Reese's Puffs.
The Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
You
and that's
can't
right.
mess
We
with
saying the ECs. Because it ain't Reese's Puffs. It's Reese's Puffs. So y'all get it right.
Oh man, dude, has been my best friend for a long time. I mean, he's been my competitor for 3 years while I was at Grand Valley State. Man, it's been the best. Hurdles was not the same without you, bro. Straight up, checks, facts, everything. But we're gonna dive into what competitive, healthy competitiveness is all about, how it looks like, and what different perspectives.
How to obtain it.
Yes, how to obtain it too, and just how to flow about it, because it can help you. And most times, I feel like it's needed. Without it, it's like you and you. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing to do. Yeah. So your teammates are very important in everything. So again, we're gonna dive into how to have healthy competitiveness, man. So let's give these people, because they don't know. Some of them do.
We'll try to get some information out to y'all. Hopefully, some that is useful. I mean, we think all of it's going to be useful, but again, hopefully we can just get across a few points that you guys can take back with yourselves and be able to, one, relay the message to others, but also utilize it for yourselves, and hopefully that it will be able to benefit you in any aspect of competitiveness or just seeing a best friend relationship.
I like it.
We're trying to come at you guys at a couple different ways, but we're just hoping that we can get some good points across to you guys.
Chicks.
All right, chicks.
So let's describe how our competitiveness was. What do you remember? I mean, the first thought that comes to my mind, even with our friendship, is that one day I came in there, we were on the turf, we were doing hurdles, and all of a sudden, I was practicing my trail leg, and you're like, hey, see, don't be doing that, And I was like, oh, these sophomores and these juniors and these seniors already telling me what to do, okay.
And I mean, just to relay some information on that, I guess touch some base on that. It's just, I was just doing what everybody else was doing. Just trying to give some information to you, but not too much information.
Sure. And
not trying to contradict what others were saying. But at the same time, it probably felt like that. When I came in my first year, I had received a lot of, feedback and input. Not even feedback, just a lot of input and instructions on what to do this and do this and do this and do this. And I didn't want that to kind of happen to you. But at least for myself, the type of athlete that I am is I just overthink. I think a lot anyway. So if somebody tells me to do something over and over and over again, I do that, and I become robotic in a sense. Or at least that's what happened to me, or at least that's really what I felt happened. I was thinking too much and not performing the drills or...
I feel you, man. I laugh about it now. I laugh about it now because, I was even ignorant in my thinking, not understanding what you're going through and what you went through and trying to protect, others from going through the same routes.
And that's,
if you ain't listening to the older classmen, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you have to take in everything they say, but they're older classmen. They've experienced this. So just having an open mind with that is very, 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 very crucial. But along from that memory, scratch. But hurdle day, man. Competition day. That's what we used to call it. Competition day.
Speed day. It was all that.
Bro. It was, but it wasn't, because it was almost like I wasn't your friend. I wasn't your teammate.
Nope.
It was just you from another school, some cat that was trying to come into my sanctuary.
Somebody on the lane next to me. I don't know this dude. He trying to run in my place. He trying to finish before I finish.
Oh man.
You can't let somebody come in and do that. But you can't let them know that. You can't let them know that. You can't let them know that though. You can think that, but Don't let them know that.
Oh man, and that's why I say like one of my 3 points as we go into competitiveness is understand your environment but yourself. Like I knew I could just talk ish to you. We all like to talk ish.
Yeah.
We all like to talk ish, but some teammates can't handle that. So I had a teammate in high school, like I was just talking trash to him because I knew that once we faced North Chicago, like it was like this all black school, you know we be talking trash, bro. I'm trying to prepare you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
And he tried to, see when you talking all that ish. I'm like, dude, if you can't handle me,
As a teammate,
dude, you can't handle them cats out there. So I remember, I just remember that memory from high school, and it was just like, I knew what the boundary was between us, but I knew how far I could go too to get that adrenaline going because you can't initiate that adrenaline that you feel on meet day. So you're trying to do the best you can in practice.
And again, I think that works well, and that worked well with us too. I think it helped because we understood each other well enough, and at the same time, I feel like we were almost the same athlete in like at least mindset wise. And the reason why we could have such healthy competitiveness is that, of course, we want to beat each other, but we also are gonna we feed off each other. We feed off each other. That's what it is. That's really what helps out, at least our competitiveness is that we feed off each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's just I'll beat you to the first solo. No, you won't see. I'm like, dude,
I'm powerful.
I'm a 2-time. Who is this man think he is?
I trained him to be a 2-time. He wouldn't have got that without me. That's on the record right now. I say that right now. 2-time because of me.
Man, it was a factor. But man, dude, I was so excited for those days. And then when people just came and saw us, they thought we were like bickering.
Yeah,
they thought we were bickering.
They thought we was being like too serious. I mean, we were being serious, but outside looking in, it's just they weren't us. They're not us, and they weren't us.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we could sit here and try to describe to them what we were doing in practice, but they weren't on the same level as us.
Not at all, man. Not at all. And that's why I say it could be different, but whatever it takes for you to get that adrenaline up. If you have people saying that, oh, we're taking it too serious, then what are you doing in practice? Because we're trying to initiate what we're going to be doing now to the meet. You can't just turn it on, turn it off, unless you're like the pro of athletes, which most people aren't. Okay?
They're not.
But you're just trying to initiate as much as you can so you can learn how to control it in a different world. I feel like you're always in a different world once meet day comes. You know, just energy-wise, whoa, I feel bouncy. Whoa, now hurdles are like slowing down. You ever had one of those
slow
moments?
motion?
Yeah, it's
just
like
it just feels slow motion?
Or just autopilot. I've had a lot of autopilot moments where I'm just looking to the side of me. I'm just like, bro, why am I focusing on this dude? Like, what am I doing?
Fix that. You need to correct that on here.
No,
fix that one too.
And what were one of your points? Because I know one of your points you had have fun on there.
Yeah.
Like, explain that a little bit.
I mean, just like you said, my first point, at least when it comes to thinking of healthy competitiveness, is going to be to have fun. When it comes to, at least, I keep saying that, but when it comes to getting competitive and when we get down in block starts, everybody's going at once, it's easy for athletes and for anybody to get nervous, essentially, because we're all on the starting line, and now we got to prove who's the fastest one. But to help take some of that pressure off is to have fun.
True.
Try to make it fun. I'm not saying be joking around and making all these jokes. Yeah, it's I guess it's hard to explain to say to have fun, but not too much fun. You know, you got to be able to be serious, but it's got to be constructive in the sense of that you're pushing yourselves, you're going all out, but you're not putting stress on yourself by saying, okay, I got to focus on this, I got to beat this guy. No, have fun with it. Joke around with your boys. Slap them a couple times.
I don't know about that.
You ain't got to slap them, but you have fun with it. You got to spark something with your teammate.
Ooh, I like how you said that. Spark something.
You got to spark something with the teammate. And that's what I'm saying. So it's trying to be able to have fun with it. And I mean, we've probably seen it where we have our athletes get down in blocks and we're saying, okay, we're racing today, but then you see minor mistakes where they normally wouldn't have them if they're doing blocks or drills by themselves. Every athlete can look good going one at a time, but as soon as you put them together, we start seeing things look all wonky, things look all funny. Like, okay, what are you doing wrong? You weren't doing that a minute ago.
I feel you.
You know, you weren't going by yourself. And it's the fact that we put pressure on ourselves when it comes down to being competitive. But I think, again, take a step back. Again, it's practice. It's practice.
It's just
Have
practice,
fun.
bro.
It's practice. Number one is practice. But we trying to emulate meet stuff too. But it's at the same time, we're trying to have fun. It's three big aspects that we're trying to tie together. But my main thing was kind of to have fun with it.
I feel you. Going to your point too, man, because shoot. We about to give y'all a good 6 points, man. 6. Going to
6. We just gave you 2.
1, 2, 3.
We gave you 2.
5, 6, 7.
We had to have fun.
Understand your environment.
Understanding
and yourself,
the environment.
You know? Understand your relationship with people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And then I guess, so third one was to understand that it will make everybody better. Understanding having healthy competitiveness is going to make everybody better.
Gotcha.
In the sense of, again, breaking down, putting pressure on yourself to begin with. Once you can get more comfortable with competitiveness or competitive starts, competitive racing, whatever it may be, whatever competitiveness you might be doing, just understand that you're working together to essentially simulate the real thing. So when meet day comes up, you're going to be a little bit more relaxed. You're going to understand that we've been doing competitive starts, we've been doing competitive racing all week or something, you know. But oh shoot, what did I say? Oh, making everybody better. I mean, that's how it makes everybody better, by essentially breaking things down, and that you'll be able to back up and not be so stressed out.
Yeah. You don't want to be stressed, man. You don't want to be tense.
Can't be stressed. You see how he looks tight? He doesn't look comfortable. He don't look comfortable.
Oh man, I like how you said your point too, man, because that goes into one of my points, like focusing on your weakness. So I remember when I used to face against you, like my main objective wasn't to beat you. You know what I'm saying? And like, let's be real. I mean, I knew I could beat you more times than one. You know what I'm saying? But how was that gonna help me?
Exactly.
You know, if I beat Caleb. Oh, I beat Gary, you know, I beat, like, congrats. You know, that's not the goal. So when I approached competitiveness with him, I was like, you know what? I know he is strong out the blocks. I know he is powerful out the blocks. So if I can beat him to that first hurdle, I'm already in a better spot than most, because a lot of people can't beat this man out the blocks to the first hurdle. Like,
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I took that challenge amongst myself, and you know, it was, bro. Once I'm over that first hurdle, bro, you know it's done.
And then I let him talk.
You know it's
I let
done.
him talk. Because then when he don't beat me,
because
then when he doesn't beat me to that first hurdle,
well, I get pissed at myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You know, I get pissed at myself, but that's how I approached it. Like, my weakness was getting out the blocks, and you were a great teammate for that. So that's why I was like, man, like, I gotta let this dude know that no matter how strong this dude is, I don't care how strong you are, I'll beat you to the first hurdle. You know?
But and then also along with that, I like how you say I guess your point in general, focusing on the weakness. You weren't focusing on just beating me. You're focusing on something to make you better.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what a lot of athletes should do. But because I feel like it's easy for us to just start racing each other.
True.
Get in the blocks. Let's start racing. I gotta beat you. That ain't the point all the time. You know, every once in a while, So, roll them up.
Baby.
Yeah, that's meet day. That's meet day. That's meet day. Roll them up. But yeah, no, I really like the focusing on a weakness. I like that one a lot.
I appreciate that.
I like
that. I appreciate that, man. And the way to keep it healthy, which I'm just gonna go into my third point, you know, is keeping it on the track. I felt like, you know, we got heated. We got heated, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got heated where I even questioned. I'm like, dang. I hope this day let him get to him. And I thought you're probably thinking the same thing, because I'm providing that same energy. But at the end of the day, when we went home, we went home.
Right. As soon as we left practice and got to the food court, we were good. And we both hungry. Yeah.
Y'all was at it. Oh, for real? I don't remember that.
Maybe
Let me
a
eat my
couple.
chips.
Yeah, maybe a couple. I'm hungry right now.
But I felt that's how we kept it healthy, is that we kept everything on the track.
Yeah.
We didn't take it at home. We didn't try to throw it in each other's faces, because we knew, like, what was the point of doing that? I mean, we're not gonna let this sport destroy our relationship for what?
For what?
You know, for what? So I liked how we always kept it on the track. Keep it on the track, keep it on the basketball court, keep it on any playing field that you're on. Keep it there, but never let it go outside, you know? And that's where it becomes unhealthy in my opinion.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, just keep it on the track, on the track, on the track.
And I guess seeing how you said your third, and then my third was not comparing. If this man rolls me up, I'm not gonna try to compare myself and say, okay, why is he beating me? Or he shouldn't be beating me. Or I'm putting in a lot of work in the weight room, and he rolling me up. Like the worst thing you can do is try to compare yourself to any one of your teammates. Obviously, no teammate will be the same. Some teammates will have better days than others, but
most definitely
do not compare yourself. Because number one, if we were comparing each other all the time, we wouldn't even have a friendship. We would be teammates and only that. And that's only because we on the same team, if you get what I'm saying.
I feel you.
Okay? But yeah, don't compare, because again, there's no point to do that. Every athlete is different. We all have different strengths and we all have different weaknesses. Tying back into your second one, just focusing on the weakness I think that's number one, honestly. Like focusing on the weakness, because you're focusing on yourself. You're not even worried about me. I'm not even worried about you if I'm focusing on my weakness. You know, I'm trying to get myself better by focusing on me. And if you're comparing, I'm doing nothing but focusing on you. He beat me out the block and he won. Because I'm focusing on him. Like, shoot, if I'm behind him, he can't focus on me. True. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, don't compare yourself to any athlete. Even if I ain't even got to elaborate, because I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Don't compare. Yeah, it's just going to, make you more self-conscious of yourself. You're going to start questioning yourself, and then you're going to get mad at whoever you're trying to compare yourself to, because you might...
Energy.
What? Can you say that one more time? Can you say that?
Wasted energy.
Wasted energy. So don't compare. Have fun. Don't compare. Number one, focus on your weakness. I like that one. I mean, that's my favorite. I like that.
So, I mean, we gave you 3 points of each of us, because, I mean, you have to realize, man, I'm a coach, you're a coach. You know, it's kind of funny. We're coaching these things, but at the end of the day, man, hone in on yourself. Understand your environment. Have fun.
You gotta have fun.
Have fun.
You gotta have fun.
Okay? Focus on someone rather than the person in front of you, especially in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then test your skills off on the court or the field. But
wherever it may be.
Focus on something beyond yourself and just trying to beat somebody. You know, focus on what you need to focus on. That's going to prepare you for that meet day, for that game day. You know, and that's what we're all trying to do. And this is with one of my best training partners, okay? My best friend, all right, GVSU alum, Black Excellence, you know how we do. Hey. But this is the BTS, and we just went over.
Healthy competitiveness.
Ways just to have it.
Just to have it. I mean, it took a year, 2 years, but that's why we're telling you now, because we know now. We know now. We didn't know then, but we know now. And we don't want y'all to take in 1, 2, 3 years, however it may take y'all to have a healthy competitiveness with a friend or just with a teammate in general.
That can help your game, that can help your career, man. So keep that in mind. And this is the BTS Reese's Puffs edition.
Reese's, like we said, Reese's Puffs. Not Recess Puffs. Reese's.
All right. It's coming from Kaleb and Scene, chocolate peanut butter. Put us with your milk. We gonna taste good either way. BTS signing out.
For more BTS episodes, tune in and subscribe to YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. And as always, keep God first and stay blessed.